I hear from a lot of Scrum Masters that they really struggle to get their teams to speak up at their daily stand up, their daily face to face meeting. So let's look at some reasons why that might be the case and then some techniques for getting more interaction at those meetings. The first thing to really think about is why aren't people speaking up, right? Why aren't they actually participating in the meeting? And one of the reasons often is because they don't see it as a collaborative event. When you bring a bunch of people together and they think that their job is to give a status report to the scrum master about what they worked on yesterday, what they're going to do today, and whether or not they've got any blockers, they're not looking for ways to collaborate. So you really want to try to make sure that people see the daily face-to-face meeting as an opportunity to collaborate with their coworkers in order to achieve their goal. One way of doing that is make sure that everybody is focused on the purpose of the meeting is not to have a status report, but to coordinate the work so you can make the most progress in the next 24 hours. Another technique that can really help getting people speak up is a little bit counterintuitive because most people think if we go around and we ask every person to speak, then we'll get more collaboration. But that's not usually the case. Because if I'm just focused on letting people know of what I did and how it was important, I'm probably going to be less collaborative. And remember, we want the conversations to happen, not people just reporting their status. So for a lot of teams, if they start on the right hand side of the board and go through each task and just ask, what can we do today to try to get this task across the finish line? What can we do today to get this task to done, starting with the thing that's closest to being done? You can create a collaborative environment because then everybody's focused on a goal and speaking up, not to show their importance, but to figure out how to actually deliver. Now, to do this, it requires a bit of a shift because a lot of teams work in a way where everyone just basically has their own swim lane and they're assigned a task or a story and they take it all the way through to the end and never interact with other people. By switching to a board focused approach to the daily face to face meeting, you kind of get rid of that because your goal is as a team to figure out how to make progress. And you might have different people work on a story at different stages. Or if someone's gone, you'd want to pick up their story that's almost done and get it completed instead of going to the backlog and picking up something new. A well run daily face to face meeting is a key piece of getting teams to collaborate and deliver more efficiently than they could as a bunch of individuals. If your team isn't collaborating, it's likely that they're not actually functioning as a team. They're probably functioning as a bunch of individual contributors that just happen to get together once a day to give a status report. A key piece of being able to collaborate is trying to shift the work so people are working together to deliver. This is a very uncomfortable thing for a lot of people. If I'm used to just working by myself, the idea of me pairing up with someone else may be very, very uncomfortable. But most of the types of problems that we're trying to solve with Agile are actually more efficiently solved by working together. They're the types of problems where two people working together is much, much more efficient than two people working on things separately because we're solving problems and having to think through how to do things. The more you can shift to a collaborative approach to work, the better the face to face and daily stand up meetings are going to be because the team is needing to actually collaborate.